Hello my fishing friends and welcome back to the channel. Your favorite expert angler is here to bring you the lowdown on what's biting down under. Today we're diving deep into the fishing forecast for Australia on the 23rd of January 2026. And let me tell you, this day is shaping up to be a cracker with warm waters and active fish, but with a few summer surprises that could make all the difference. Get ready, because understanding these conditions will put more fish in your net. And this day is special because it falls right in the heart of the Australian summer, bringing consistent warm temperatures and active feeding patterns across many of our favourite species. We've got mostly sunny skies and comfortable water temperatures, which are key ingredients for a successful trip. But with the moon in a waxing crescent phase, we'll need to be smart about our approach. Now let's talk tactics for some of Australia's finest. First up, we've got the mighty Yellowtail Kingfish. These powerful fighters are in their prime season right now, absolutely thriving in the warm summer waters, especially those around 23 to 25 degrees Celsius. You'll want to target them around harbour heads, offshore reefs, jetties and pylons, and even venturing into the river systems where they hunt bait fish. Look for areas with structure like submerged rocks or channel markers, particularly where there's a good current flow. For tackle, a medium to heavy spinning or overhead setup is essential. Live baits like squid, yellowtail or slimies, slow-trolled or fished on downriggers are deadly. If you're into artificials, large stick baits and poppers worked aggressively on the surface, early morning or late afternoon, can entice spectacular strikes. Remember, kingfish are ambush predators, so presentation is key. Make that bait look like an easy meal. Next, we have the ever-popular Dusky Flathead. These ambush predators are a staple for Australian anglers, and January is a prime time to target them, especially in the estuaries and bays. They love to lie in wait in sandy channels along weed beds and near drop-offs. Focus on the flats, particularly during a run-in tide when they move into shallower waters to feed. My advice, friends, is to use soft plastics. Think 5 to 7 inch curl-tail grubs or paddle tails in natural baitfish colours. Work them slowly along the bottom, bouncing them gently through those sandy patches. If you prefer bait, a pilchard fillet or a live poddy mullet drifted along the bottom will be absolutely deadly. Keep an eye out for drains and eddies, as flathead will often position themselves there to intercept passing bait. For some lighter tackle fun that the whole family can enjoy, we're targeting whiting. January sees various species of whiting like sand and yellowfin actively spawning in shallow sandy areas and tidal flats. The warmer water means they'll be quite comfortable in these feeding zones. Head out early morning or late afternoon, targeting depths of 2 to 5 meters. For bait, fresh live worms, peepees or nippers are irresistible. Cast light, retrieve slowly, and be ready for those subtle bites. Don't be afraid to try a small surface lure or a tiny popper in the early morning for some exciting surface strikes. Let's break down the conditions. The weather on the 23rd of January 2026 across much of Australia will be typically summery, warm and mostly sunny. We're looking at daytime temperatures generally hovering between 20 and 24 degrees Celsius, though some areas like Sydney might see highs of 26 degrees Celsius, and parts of Western Australia could even hit 45 degrees Celsius. Nighttime temperatures will be around 17 to 20 degrees Celsius. Precipitation is expected to be minimal to non-existent, and winds should be light to moderate, possibly southerly, along the east coast. This generally stable atmospheric pressure is a good sign for active fish. Water temperatures in coastal areas like Sydney will be beautifully warm, averaging around 23 to 25 degrees Celsius. On the Gold Coast, it's even warmer, typically around 26 degrees Celsius. These elevated temperatures mean fish are highly active, their metabolism is up, and they are feeding readily. This warmth is a huge advantage for summer species. Now for the moon phase. On the 23rd of January 2026, we have a waxing crescent moon. It will be about 4.5 days old with an illumination of around 22 to 24% and growing. While it's not a full moon, the increasing light in the evening can sometimes extend feeding windows. Popular fishing wisdom suggests that as the moon waxes towards its first quarter, which is just 3 days away, fish activity can pick up. The rising moon, visible in the evening, combined with the strong summer tides, should stir up bait and encourage some good feeding frenzies, especially around tide changes. Considering all these factors, my friends, it'd give the overall fish activity for the 23rd of January 2026 a rating of good to very good, but potentially capricious. The warm water and strong summer feeding patterns are a huge plus. The generally stable weather and light winds are ideal. However, while the waxing crescent moon offers increasing evening light, the bite might be inconsistent if fish are holding deeper during the brightest, hottest parts of the day. You'll need to be observant and adapt your tactics. Fish will be active, especially around tide changes and in low-light periods. Patience and precise presentation will be your best friends. So get out there and enjoy the incredible Australian summer fishing. I wish you all tight lines and nippy tides. May your rods bend and your reels sing. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and ring that notification bell so you don't miss any of my forecasts. Also, tell me in the comments below, what are your plans for fishing this week? What's your go-to summer bait or lure? Share your observations, friends. Let's build this community together. Until next time, stay safe and keep fishing.